This is Real Retirees Uncut. No filters, no script, just conversations with real retirees who've already gone along the retirement journey and to show you what retirement really looks like. So give me your name, age, and where you're from.
My name is Benjamin Johnson. I'm from Washington, D.C. Native Washingtonian. Age is 68.
Okay, when did you retire and from what career did you retire from?
I retired in May 22nd of 2022. I retired from the Defense Intelligence Agency. I served 30 years in Defense Intelligence Agency as a federal cop. So after my 30 years, I spent my next 6 years, leaning toward my retirement as a program manager. I actually learned how to do supply chain risk management skills. So
Yeah.
that's some of the skills I wouldn't believe that I would have today after
Right.
being a cop, over the years.
Yeah, so now that you retire, what does your day-to-day routine look like from the time you get up in the morning until the time you go to bed at night? Just kind of walk me through your daily routine.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, mine probably was different from probably what most people, because when I retired, my fiance became ill, breast cancer. So this is gonna be one that might hit you.
Okay.
I didn't get to, I won't say I was glad, and happy that I did. I was able to retire, but I spent at least my first year taking care of her. Once it was sustained that she had breast cancer, there was no retirement for me after that.
Yeah.
Yep. So my first year, I winded up taking care of my spouse. I wasn't worried about no retirement. Whether I would have everything. It was about her at the time.
Yeah. So now that you're retired, what do you enjoy most about retirement?
I just enjoy a good sustained quality of life. There's things that I do annually, just like I'm standing here right now as we doing this video. I'm at the Richmond Jazz Festival. I do 2 annually every year. I go to Meriwether every year, and just a quality of life. Take care of myself. Over the years. So, and don't try to spend beyond your means. That's one thing I would say.
Yeah.
About retirement. Just figure out where you are in life. And don't try to overspend.
Yeah, speaking of spending, that kind of leads me into saving. So as you were approaching retirement, what was your
oh my goodness.
what was your approach to saving and investing as you were approaching retirement?
I probably lean mostly toward my retirement savings, as they were making different investments. But like me with the federal government, with the TSP, you had to know how to contribute, over the different plans. As they got you got the G and the C fund. They kind of fluctuate just like our stock market over the days. If you invest in the right one, it'll probably carry you through life. And it depends on, now as a federal employee, it depends on how much you invest into your retirement.
Yeah.
I got into I got into the federal government at a later age, maybe about 27, 28 years, So I would have hoped to have been in a lot earlier than I probably have been out a whole lot earlier myself, But if you manage things, and live, within your means, you'll make it,
Okay, so mainly your investment vehicle was the TSP, which is the federal government's version of the 401k.
Yes.
Did you have any other kind of investments or savings plans?
No.
All right. So let's switch gears for a minute. As you retired or after you retired, what do you use now as your primary sources of income?
I lean on my retirement.
Your retirement pension?
Yes. Yep.
Back to the.
I have my federal retirement, and also I have my Social Security now.
Okay, back to the investment. Have you had to tap into your 401k yet?
No.
Okay, just saving and letting it build up.
Yes.
Huh? You mentioned Social Security. So at what age did you take Social Security, and why did you choose to take it at that age as opposed to waiting until later?
I took mine, when I was probably eligible. I probably could Probably could have taken it a little earlier, but I took mine when I was eligible,
What?
which was 66 years and 6 months.
Okay, so you got.
I'm currently 68 years old.
Okay, so you did the you took it at full retirement
Yes.
age. Okay.
Right. Yep.
And
which right now, not to stop, but as we're going through some of this, these new things, with the president, they talking about trying to raise this new, so we don't know.
Is there a reason that you didn't take it at 62?
I had no need to take it. I felt good, at 62.
And you were still working then
Yes,
too, right?
yes,
Okay.
I was, yes.
All right. Since you have retired, what has been your biggest challenge or your biggest surprise? If you have any.
I don't really have any biggest challenges. For me, it's just to know how to manage, what you have,
And no big surprises?
And learn how to live, within your means, You just can't go overboard,
Now, did you have any expectations that did not come to fruition, something that you thought about that really didn't happen or anything like that?
Not really,
Okay.
I mean, I invested in the federal government, and I expected them, to reward me, as I served them.
Yeah. Now, have you had any major lifestyle changes? Have you downsized? Do you travel more? Do you do certain things that you couldn't do when you were working? Anything major like that?
I would say no. And most of the things that I want to do,
Yeah.
I still can do,
So life is pretty much the
that's
same
my
as.
lifestyle, yes.
Okay.
Yep.
What do you consider retirement success? If you had to give a definition of success in retirement, what would that be?
I would just say be able to sustain a good quality of life, and then just have enough money, to last you, Yep. So you can manage your everyday lifestyle.
Okay. Now, looking back over the years as you were working and approaching retirement, if there's anything that you had to do different, what would it be?
Oh my goodness. Well, if you start from way back when, I wish I had gone to college, but I still managed, to make it, in my job skills over the years.
Yeah.
Became a federal officer, it's not much, working for a military-oriented agencies. I've probably done some of the same things that the military officer did. I winded up being with elite team, construction surveillance technicians. I've been over the world,
Okay. Now, as far as retirement planning, anything that you feel that you could have done to plan better for retirement?
Probably maybe invested, maybe just a little bit more, in my TSP.
Okay.
Over the time, because who knows, that this would be another guaranteed plan, because when I first joined the federal government in 1986, the TSP was just coming up, which I thought is a great plan because, whatever you contribute, they match it.
Yeah.
Yep. So that was
money.
great. That was great.
Yeah. So let's say if someone is maybe a year to 5 years out from retirement, what would be some advice that you would give them?
First of all, get with a counselor. Whoever your human resources person is, and look it out and see where you are, in your lifestyle. And then you also have to look out your finances. Making sure when you retire that you will be able to comfortable, to be able to receive that the money that you receive from your retirement is going to be able to take care of your household at least.
Yeah.
Your lifestyle can be a different thing.
Yeah.
You can calm down on that, but just taking care of yourself. Ain't no problem.
So if there's one thing that you no longer miss while you were working, what would that one thing be? You feel like I don't miss doing what?
The one thing the one thing I'm glad you say don't miss, but I'm glad I don't have to do is driving these days.
You said driving?
Yes.
Okay.
That took a lot. That you'd be surprised how much that can take off you. Because each and every morning as I wake up, I watch the news every morning. I'm still up early every morning. I'm watching the crazy traffic reports, and it's the same craziness out there every day.
Yeah.
I look at myself. I say I'm comfortable. I would not want to be out there in that.
So you don't miss the driving and don't miss that traffic.
You know,
And you're in the DC area,
yeah,
so I know the
I
traffic.
live in Waldorf. I
Okay,
live
so
in Waldorf, Maryland.
pretty heavy traffic up in that area.
Country, you know.
Yeah.
It's more or less country there.
All right.
You know, I love it.
Yeah. Okay, well, I thank you very much for your time. Please like, share, and subscribe.